Welcome to Everyday Yoga. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Christine and my pronouns are she and her. Today we are practicing a chair yoga practice, and we are going to take it slow and we're going to take it gentle, and I'll give some modifications if there are any accessibility needs, if you've had any injuries, or you're just coming back to the practice. So to start out, let's find a nice, safe and comfortable seat. Let's press our feet firmly on the floor. And if your feet don't meet the floor, you can always prop them up on some blocks or books or a box or something like that. But you want to make sure you can really feel your feet on the floor. And just kind of rock your feet back and forth a little bit, going from the heel, rolling forward to the ball. Just really getting grounded through the feet. Maybe rolling forward up onto the toes if that feels nice. Maybe it might feel good to flip the foot over and press the top of the foot gently onto the ground beneath you. So I'm just lifting my right knee here, and I'm kind of sliding my right foot underneath my chair and pressing onto the top of the foot, getting a little stretch in the front of the ankle, just kind of counteracting all of the walking that we do all day. Maybe rolling the foot a little bit from side to side. So whether you're on the balls of the feet here or the top of the foot here, just kind of get curious, see what you feel. You might notice something feels particularly good, or maybe something feels tender. And then we'll do the same thing with the left foot, rocking it from front to back, rolling from the heel to the toe. Maybe only coming to the ball of the foot, maybe coming all the way up onto the toes. Maybe bringing the top of the foot down to the mat or the ground beneath you. Maybe rocking from side to side. Maybe even rolling it around in little circles or something. And then bring both feet back in front of you, right underneath the knees. And maybe with your eyes closed, if that feels comfortable to you, you can bring your attention, your awareness to the bottoms of your feet. And if you ever wondered what anybody meant when they said, you need to be grounded, this is what that means. Really, literally being grounded, feeling your feet on the floor, really noticing that contact, that support that's underneath you. Maybe noticing the chair beneath your seat and how that contact feels. Feeling grounded in this space. And then maybe pressing gently onto the tops of the thighs and bringing your awareness to the base of the spine. And with your imagination and your inner awareness, see if you can't increase the space between each vertebrae from the bottom of the spine all the way up through the low back, just kind of drawing upward with the crown of the head, allowing the shoulders to soften downward. Making space in between each one of those little bones, all the way up into the mid-back, into the top of the back, the cervical spine, all the way up to the base of the skull. Noticing the bottoms of the feet, the sit bones on your chair, the length and the strength in the spine. And maybe let's take 3 cleansing breaths here. Just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And if it feels good to make a little sound when you exhale, drawing into that throat area, go ahead and do that. Inhaling through the nose. And then opening the mouth and letting it go with a sigh. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. And exhale to let it go. And the 3rd time, inhale the biggest breath you've taken all day long. And as you let it go through the mouth, completely empty the lungs, coming to a nice empty space, wringing out all the old carbon dioxide, and then taking a gentle breath to let new oxygen flow inward. Noticing the bottoms of your feet, your sit bones on the chair, and the length of your spine. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms out to the sides, up alongside the ears. And then we'll exhale, flipping the palms down and letting the fingertips float back down towards the earth. Once again, let's inhale, maybe rotating the wrists in one direction as we raise the arms up alongside the ears. And then exhale, lowering the arms, reversing the circles, just getting a little movement, a little gentle movement in the wrists here. And one more time, we'll inhale up. And when you get to the top, go ahead and stay here for that exhale. And then we'll inhale, drawing the shoulders all the way up towards the ears, really crunching them together. And then we'll exhale, actively drawing those shoulder blades down the back. Maybe rotating those pinkies inward here and noticing all the space that's created in between the shoulder blades in the back body. This is our victorious pose here. Maybe take a gentle back bend in the upper part of the spine, keeping the chin tucked, but lifting the heart, keeping the back nice and long. We'll take a full breath here. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and gently twist over to the right, bringing the left hand down to the top of the right thigh or outside the right knee, and bringing that right hand back behind your hip, wherever it lands in a comfortable way for you. And as you continue to breathe here, find length with every inhale, bringing your awareness back to that spine, keeping grounded here through the left foot and the left sit bone. And as you exhale, maybe deepen the twist a little bit, or maybe just kind of soften into it. Draw that right ear away, or right shoulder away from the right ear. See if there's anywhere you can relax any tension, the jaw, the forehead. And then let's go ahead and reach that right arm up to the sky. And as we exhale, let's draw that right arm over the left knee, kind of drawing that left elbow down towards the top of the left thigh. Getting a little bit of a twist and a little bit of a side bend here. You can stay nice and low here, or if it feels good, you can kind of rotate the heart up towards the sky. Reaching overhead, continuing to breathe, continuing to remain grounded in both sit bones and both feet. Maybe bring your right hand to the base of your skull, pointing the elbow up to the sky and really drawing that elbow away from you, getting a nice little twist in the upper right ribs, the right shoulder blade, maybe that armpit. One more full breath here. And the next time we inhale, we'll release the bind, come all the way back to center to our victorious pose. And then as we exhale, let's twist over to the left, bringing that right hand to the top of the left thigh or the outside of the left knee here, and bringing the left hand behind the left hip, wherever it just kind of naturally feels comfortable for you here. We all have different things that we're sitting on. Maybe your arm has a chair, or your chair has an arm. Really draw that length in through the spine as you inhale, keeping the chin tucked to keep the neck nice and long and safe. And soften or deepen into that twist with every exhale. The next time we inhale, let's lift that left arm up to the sky. Wiggle those fingertips and exhale, bending over, bringing that left palm above the right knee, getting a little side bend here, drawing the right elbow down to the right thigh and still holding on to that left leg with the right hand. Maybe rotating the heart upward and open. And maybe bringing the left palm behind the skull here at the top of the neck, base of the skull, and draw that elbow up towards the sky. One more full breath here. And then let's inhale back to our victorious pose. And as we exhale, let's draw that left arm across the chest, using the right hand to draw it inward here. Really hugging that left arm in, getting a nice big stretch in the back of the left shoulder. Still sitting nice and tall, still grounded through the feet, continuing to tuck your chin. Maybe closing the eyes and really noticing the sensations in the shoulder. The next time we inhale, let's draw those arms back up to our victorious pose and exhale, drawing that right arm in towards the heart, using the left hand to support it here. Continuing to breathe. Continuing to find length in the spine. Then let's inhale back up to our victorious pose and exhale, turning the palms down, floating the hands back towards the earth. And then we'll bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, and you can keep them palms down for a more grounded feeling. Or if you like, you can turn the palms up. See how that feels in the shoulders for more of a receiving, offering kind of a feeling here. Tucking the chin here, let's take a nice inhale. And as we exhale, let's just allow that chin to come down towards the chest. Still drawing those shoulder blades back in space. Finding a nice little stretch here in the back of the neck. And then maybe let's just kind of draw that right ear towards the right shoulder. And then come back through center and then draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. You might want to just kind of go from side to side here. You might want to make it more of a rolling the neck kind of a movement here. Just allow yourself to explore and see what feels good in your neck today. What feels good in my neck today is probably not going to be the same thing that feels good in your neck today. And when you've had enough of that, we'll just come back chin to chest. And then inhale to head back up to the top of the spine. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of movement here in the legs. So let's just draw that right knee in towards the chest and kind of hug it inward here. And let's make some little circles with the ankle in one direction and then the other direction. Maybe flex the foot and point the toes down. Sometimes pointing the toes can cause a little cramping in the bottom of the foot. So maybe instead of pointing the toes, you could press into that ball of the foot and make kind of a Barbie shoe shape, a high heel shoe shape instead. Press and flex, or flex and point, whatever feels good in your ankle. And then let's allow that right ankle to come to the top of the left thigh here. And you can have it up as high as feels comfortable to you, or all the way down just above that left knee, but not right on the knee. Flex that right foot, really drawing the pinky toe kind of towards the knee here, and that will engage all the tendons that support the knee. So we want to keep the knee nice and safe and protected here. If this does not feel good for you, just cross your right ankle in front of the left ankle. We're going to sit up nice and tall, feel grounded through that left foot, feel grounded through the sit bones. And the next time we inhale, we're just going to hinge forward at the hips until you feel some sensation here in the right hip. We'll just breathe here, keeping a nice straight back. Getting a bit of a stretch here in that IT band, in the hip. One more breath here, and the next time we inhale, we'll go ahead and come back to a tall spine. Release that right foot, and let's hug that left knee in. And this time, as you clasp around the left knee, notice which thumb comes on top and switch it up, creating new little pathways here for our brain synapses. So we'll rotate that left ankle this time in one direction and then the other. And then you can play around with flexing and pointing, or flexing and pressing that left foot. And then we'll allow that left ankle to come to the top of the right knee, or crossed in front of the right ankle, sitting up nice and tall. The next time we inhale, we'll go ahead and hinge forward at the hips, keeping a nice tall spine. Breathing here. Maybe on an exhale, you might want to draw the belly a little closer to the thighs. Just being mindful of your low back and making sure that you're not overextending. And then we'll inhale back up to a tall seat and release the left leg down. And let's get a little bit of movement, just get a little warm here today. Let's go ahead and reach that right elbow and bring the left knee up and kind of draw them in towards one another. Then release that arm and leg down, and we'll do the opposite side. Maybe inhale as you come up and exhale as you release. And maybe the knee comes all the way to the elbow, maybe not. Or you could try exhaling as you crunch inward and really drawing that belly button in towards the spine. So we're getting this bilateral work done in the arms and legs, as well as strengthening the belly, which helps support the back. And if you want, you could extend the legs and the arms out and bring the hands to the shins. If you want to go really slow, like you're swimming through water, you can do that. If you want to really speed it up and get a lot of movement in here, you can do that. Whatever feels good to you. So let's do this for 5 more beats on each side, or thereabouts. Couple more. We're almost there. 1 more each side, and then we'll release. And let's roll those shoulders up and back and down, up and back and down. Getting a little bit of movement here. 1 more time. And let's inhale those arms up to our victorious pose. And as we exhale, let's draw the elbows down, coming into kind of goalpost arms or cactus arms here. We'll inhale back up to victorious pose. Exhale, goalpost arms. One more time in victorious pose. Exhale down to cactus arms and keep the hands here as you inhale, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, draw the elbows inward, rounding the back, kind of doing a cat-cow motion here. So we'll inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, drawing back with the belly. Opening up the heart, keeping the chin tucked as you inhale. Exhale, rounding the chin to the chest, drawing the elbows towards one another. One more time on each side. Cow side, cat side, that is. We'll inhale back up to victorious pose and exhale to release everything down. So let's come back to our grounded position that we had at the beginning here, just noticing the feet beneath you. Noticing your sit bones on the seat. And let's just do a little breath work here, a little breath exercise. So we've done box breath on this channel before, where you inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold that for 4. So rather than doing a true box breath, let's do more of a circle breath. You decide how long to inhale, how long to hold, how long to exhale, how long to hold, so that it feels really supportive of you and it's something that you can sustain for a few breaths. So you might even visualize a little circle as you inhale, coming up from the belly towards the throat, holding it up top here. And as you exhale, maybe it floats down the back body, holding it at the bottom. Just kind of imagining this circle, inhaling up the front, exhaling down the back. You decide how many beats to inhale and exhale, and you decide how many beats to hold. So I might inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top, and then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the bottom. And I'm gonna stop counting so I don't mess up your counting. So just counting to yourself and really imagining this circle running through you and around you, this nice little cycle of breath. When we inhale and exhale for nice, even breaths, we can tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, which allows us to rest and allows us to heal. And when we retain the breath, we allow ourselves to get comfortable with a little bit of discomfort. And when we use the imagination, we increase the power of our mind. We increase our ability to change our mind, to look at things differently, to be there for ourselves and for others differently. So keep going with that nice kind of soft box breath. Take 3 more full breaths wherever you are. Closing the eyes if they're not already, if that's comfortable for you. Keeping the chin tucked, softening the jaw. And then when you're done with the 3 breaths, just come back to your own natural breath, keeping the eyes closed if that's good for you. And let's just go ahead and take 3 more of those big cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth to let it go. Maybe bringing in a sense of relief and a sense of gratitude. we have our breath, that we have this practice, that we have this community together. And the next time we inhale, let's bring those arms out to the sides and up alongside the ears. Bring the palms together and down to the heart. And this is where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste.